Hey everyone, I'm back with another chapter, questions from ICA Study Mat, which is chapter number 6, which is profit and gain from business and profession. The PDF file link is given in the description. Okay, do watch the video till the end. It will be very helpful. Okay, you will get to solve the questions of profit and gain of business profession, which is one of the most important chapters. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and also click on the bell icon for the more updated videos. So let's start with the illustrations. Illustration number 1. Mr. X, a proprietor engaged in manufacturing business, furnishes the following particulars. Opening WDV of the plant and machinery as on 1st April 2019 is 30 lakhs. New plant and machinery purchased and put to use on 8th June 2019, that is 20 lakhs. On this, full depreciation will be charged as it is used for more than 180 days. Okay. New plant and machinery acquired and put to use on 15/12/2019, it is used for that is 8 lakhs. It is used for less than 180 days, so half rate depreciation will be allowed. Computer acquired and installed in office premises on 2nd January 2020, that is rupees 3 lakhs. On this, half rate depreciation will be allowed as it is used for less than 180 days. So, okay. Compute the amount of depreciation and additional depreciation as per the Income Tax Act 1961 for the assessment year 2021, assuming that all the assets were purchased by way of account pay check. Okay, so there is a condition that all the assets which should be purchased by an account pay check, account pay bank draft, or use of electronic clearance system or any other prescribed mode, electronic mode, then only you can claim the depreciation on the assets. Okay, so in this case, as I said, on 30 lakhs full rate depreciation will be allowed. On 20 lakhs, 20 lakhs which is purchased for more than 180 used for more than 180 days during the year of purchase, full rate depreciation will be allowed, and additional depreciation will be allowed also full rate, that is 20%. And on new plant and machinery acquired on 15/12/2019 to 8 lakhs, in this half rate depreciation will be allowed as it was used for less than 180 days, and additional depreciation will also be half rate, and half rate will be in the next financial year. Okay. And on computer acquired and installed on 2nd January 2020, in this only normal depreciation will be allowed at the half rate. Additional depreciation will not be allowed as it is not covered in the additional depreciation. This assets will is installed in the office premises. On the office premises, no additional depreciation is allowed. So let's move to the solution. Computation of depreciation and additional depreciation for the assessment year 2021. There are two block of assets, that is plant and machinery 15% and computer 40%. Okay, so normal depreciation, first of all we'll see the working note 1 and 2. Let's see. Computation of written down value of plant and machinery as on 31st March 2020. WDV as on 1st April 2019 is 30 lakhs. Add plant and machinery purchased on 8 June 2019 is 20 lakhs, and plant and machinery acquired on 15 December 2019 is 8 lakhs. Okay, so total is coming to 58 lakhs WDV on 31st March. In case of computer acquired and installed in the office premises, 3 lakhs. Though two block of assets is plant and machinery is 58 lakhs WDV, and written down value in case of computer is 3 lakhs for the purpose of depreciation. Okay, so let's see working note number 2. Composition of plant and machinery included in the WDV as on 31st March 2020. Okay, so plant and machinery put to use for 180 days or more, that is 30 lakhs WDV, opening WDV, and 20 lakhs purchased on 8 June 2019, that is coming to 50 lakhs, and plant and machinery put to use for less than 180 days is 8 lakhs, so coming to 58 lakhs. Okay, they have shown the breakup of 180 days more than used for 80 days, 180 days or more, and used for less than 180 days. So accordingly we will chart depreciation, normal depreciation and additional depreciation. And computer, they have told that it is used for less than 180 days. Okay, so let's move up to the solution, main part of the solution. So Normal depreciation will be on plant and machinery 15% on 50 lakhs. Okay, that is coming to 7,50,000. 7.5%, that is 50% of 15%, since put to use for less than 180 days on 8 lakhs. Okay, that is coming to 60,000. And 20% on, that is 50% of 40%, since put to use for less than 180 days on 3 lakhs, that is coming to 60,000. As we all know, computer depreciation is 40%. Maximum depreciation in case of computer is 40%. So it's used for less than 180 days, so 20% depreciation will be allowed. Now coming to additional depreciation portion. Additional depreciation will be at the rate of 20% on 20 lakhs new plant and machinery put to use for more than 180 days, that is coming to 4 lakhs. Okay, additional depreciation on 20 lakhs will be 20%. Full depreciation will be allowed, full rate depreciation will be allowed. And 10%, that is 50% of 20%, since put to use for less than 180 days on 8 lakhs. On 8 lakhs we'll get 10% this year, as we have put to use for less than 180 days, and 10% will be allowed in the next year, next financial year. Okay, so total depreciation, normal depreciation in case of plant and machinery is coming to 12,90,000, and in case of computer is coming to 60,000. Okay, we have seen the working note. Now let's move to the notes. As per the second proviso to section 32(1)(2), where an asset acquired during the previous year is put to use for less than 180 days in that previous year, the amount of deduction allowed as normal depreciation and additional depreciation would be restricted to 50% of amount computed in accordance with the prescribed percentage. Okay, is for use for less than 180 days, so 50% will be allowed in case of normal depreciation and additional depreciation. Therefore, normal depreciation on plant and machinery acquired and put to use on 15/12/2019 and computer acquired and installed on 2nd January 2020 is restricted to 50% of 15% and 40% respectively. Okay, the additional depreciation on the said plant and machinery is restricted to 80,000 rupees, being 10% of 8 lakhs. That is how 10% came. They have shown it 20% of 50%. Okay, 50% of 20%, sorry. Okay, so hope you have understood this. Now moving to note number 2. As per third proviso to section 32(1)(2), the balance additional depreciation of 80,000 being 50% of 60,000, that is 20% of 8 lakhs. We can do it directly, that is 8 lakh into 10%, would be allowed as deduction in the assessment year 2021. As I said, in the next financial year, they said assessment year same, it means same only, but we should write always assessment year in case of direct tax. It will have more greater impact because they follow assessment year in case of tax, direct tax. Okay, so moving to note number 3. As per section 32(1)(2)(a), additional depreciation is allowed in the case of any new plant and machinery acquired and installed after 31st March 2005 by an SSE engaged entirely in the business of manufacture or production of articles or things. Okay, 20% at the rate of 20% of the actual cost of such plant and machinery. Okay, so additional depreciation allowed only after 31st March 2005, and the SSE should be engaged in the business of manufacture, production of article or things, and then 20% depreciation will be allowed. Okay. However, additional depreciation shall not be allowed in respect of inter alia any plant and machinery or plant installed in office premises, residential accommodation, or in any guest house. So the computer was an office premises, so it was installed in office premises, so additional depreciation was not allowed. Accordingly, additional depreciation is not allowed on computer installed in the office premises. Okay, so moving to illustration number 2. Hope you have understood the first one. Okay. Illustration number 2. A newly qualified chartered accountant, Mr. Dhaval, commenced practice and has acquired the following assets in his office during the financial year 1920 at the cost shown against each items. Calculate the amount of depreciation that can be claimed from his professional income for the assessment year 2021, assuming that all the assets were purchased by him by way of account paycheck. Okay, so Mr. Dhaval is a chartered accountant. He has commenced a practice, so he has acquired some assets in the financial year 1920. So we have to compute the depreciation in this case for the assessment year 2021. So description of the assets is given and date of acquisition is also given, and when the asset is put to use and the amount is given. So computer includes computer software, including computer software. Date of purchase is 27th September 2019, put to use on 1st October 2019. The date which is relevant is put to use on the date of on the date in which asset, on the year in which asset is acquired. So asset is put to use for more than 180 days. Okay, so it will be full rate depreciation will be allowed in case of computer and including computer software, and rate of depreciation will be 40%. Computer UPS put to use for less than 180 days, because if any asset is pushed to use on or after 4th October 4th October, then it will be always be less than 180 days. So it is on or after 4th October. So on this case, on 8,500 half rate depreciation will be allowed. Okay, half rate will be of 40% will be 20%. Computer printer is put to use for on 1st October, full rate depreciation on 12,500. Okay, 40% rate will be applied. Books, of which books being annual publication are 12,000. Okay, on this case it's used for more than 180 days, that is on 1st April it is put to use. So on 13,000, 40% depreciation will be allowed. It will be coming on the 40 rate slab. Okay, office furniture put to use on 1st April, 3 lakhs is the value acquired from a practicing CA, from whoever he has acquired. Full rate depreciation will be allowed at the rate of 10%. In case of furniture, 10% depreciation allowed. Laptop is put to use on 8th October, so half rate depreciation will be allowed. Okay, on 43,000. So let's move to the solution. Computation of depreciation. Okay, depreciation for the assessment year 2021. They have shown 2 blocks. One is furniture and second is plant and machinery, that at the rate of 40%. Okay, computer including computer software, computer UPS, laptop, computer printer and books. Okay, on all that assets 40% depreciation is allowed. So they have computed in one block, because all these are coming in the plant and machinery. Okay, so let's move to the working note, then we'll move to the upper side, how depreciation is calculated. Let's see. Computation of depreciation. Block 1, furniture. Rate of depreciation is 10%, put to use for more than 180 days. 3 lakh into 10%, 30,000 is coming. Okay, they were entered on the upper side, that is 30,000. Okay, now let's see working note for second block of assets. Plant, rate of depreciation is 40%. Computer including computer software, put to use for more than 180 days. Okay, 35% at the rate of 40%, 35,000 at the rate of 40% is coming to 14,000. Okay, computer UPS put to use for less than 180 days, so 8,500 at the rate of 20%, so 1,700 is coming to. Okay, we'll see the note below what they are saying on the note. So computer printer put to use for more than 180 days, so on 12,500 40% depreciation will be allowed, that is coming to 5,000. Laptop put to use for less than 180 days, on 43,000 20% depreciation will be allowed, it's coming to 8,600. Okay, and books being annual publication or other publication put to use for more than 180 days, on 13,000 40% depreciation will be allowed on both annual publication or others. So 40% depreciation is there. Accordingly, full rate on half rate will be there for put to use for more than 180 days, 180 days or more, then full rate, otherwise half rate. Okay, so in this case it's put to use for more than 180 days, so full rate depreciation has been allowed. So total depreciation in case of plant and machinery, plant is coming to 34,500. They have entered up, so it was easy. So total depreciation is coming to 64,500. In first block it's 30,000 and second block is 34,500. rate of depreciation was 10%, 40% respectively. So total depreciation for the assessment year 2021 is 64,500. Hope you have understood this one. It is a simple question, so if no need of any doubt. So let's move to the notes. There's one note only. Where an asset is acquired by the SSC during the previous year and is put to use for the purpose of business or profession for a period of less than 180 days, the deduction on account of depreciation would be restricted to 50% of the prescribed rate. In this case, since Mr. Dhaval commenced his practice in the previous year 1920 and acquired the asset during the same year, the restriction of depreciation to 50% of the prescribed rate would apply to those assets which have been put to use for less than 180 days in that year, namely laptop, computer, UPS. So half rate depreciation has been allowed on which asset has been acquired and put to use in the same year and it has been used for less than 180 days, then half rate depreciation has been allowed. So if we acquire, suppose if we acquire an asset in a previous year but it is not put to use in that year only, and it's put to use in the next year, then in the next year full rate depreciation will be out. In this current year, as it has not been put to use for any number of days, so current year no depreciation will be allowed, and then next year full rate of depreciation will be allowed. 50% restriction is applied only in case in which asset is acquired and put to use in the same year, then only, and it's used for less than 180 days, then only half rate depreciation will be allowed. And if asset is acquired in a previous year and it's put to use in the next previous year, okay, then even it is used in put to use in the next previous year for less than 180 days, then also full rate of depreciation will be allowed. Okay, hope you have understood this illustration as well and whatever I have explained. If there is any doubt, you can write me on the comment box. Okay, so let's move to the next illustration number 3. Sai Limited has a block of asset carrying 15% rate of depreciation whose written down value on 1st April 2019 was 40 lakhs. Okay, it purchased another asset, second hand plant and machinery of the same block on 1st November 2019 for 14,40,000. So in this case, half rate depreciation will be allowed in this 14,40,000 and full rate will be allowed in case of 40 lakhs. Okay, and put to use for on the same day. It's used on the same day, so it's half rate will be allowed. Sai Limited was amalgamated with 3D Limited with effect from 1st January 2020. Okay, so amalgamated, no problem. You are required to compute the depreciation allowable to Sai Limited and 3D Limited for the previous year ended 31st March 2020, assuming that assets were transferred to 3D Limited at 60 lakhs. Also assume that the plant and machinery were purchased by way of account paycheck. Okay, so for what amount it has been transferred by Sai Limited to 3D Limited under the amalgamation is still irrelevant because it won't make any difference to our calculation portion of depreciation. Okay, so in this case, half full rate depreciation will be allowed in case of 40 lakhs and half rate will be allowed in case of 14,40,000. First, we will compute depreciation as if amalgamation has not taken place. Okay, we'll compute the total depreciation and then we'll segregate the depreciation into number of days the assets can be used by amalgamating company and amalgamated company. Okay, so let's move to the solution. Statement showing computation of depreciation allowable to Sai Limited and 3D Limited for the assessment year 2021. Okay, WDV as on 1st April 2019 is 40 lakhs. Addition during the year used for less than 180 days is 14,40,000. Total value is 54,40,000. Okay, so depreciation on 40 lakhs will be 15%, as I said, so it's coming to 6 lakhs. Depreciation on 14,40,000, it's at the rate of 7.5% is 1,08,000. Total depreciation for the year is 7,08,000. Okay, first year they have computed the total depreciation. Okay, now they will say apportionment total depreciation will be apportionment between the Sai Limited and 3D Limited, amalgamating company and amalgamated company. Okay, so apportionment between two companies, amalgamating company Sai Limited, so 6 lakhs into 275 divided by 366, as it was a leap year 2020, so it will be 366 days. So amalgamating company has used the original depreciation or opening WDV asset for 275 days. So depreciation is accordingly coming to 4,50,820. And amalgamating company in the hands of amalgamated company, they have used for 91 days. So 6 lakh into 91 divided by 366, that is coming to 1,49,180. And the other machinery which was acquired during the year, so depreciation on that 1,08,000 into 61 divided by 152 in the hands of amalgamating company, that is coming to 43,342. And in the hands of amalgamated company 1,08,000 into 91 divided by 152. So total number of days the assets were used which was acquired during the previous year was 152 days. So 61 days amalgamating company has used and 91 days amalgamated company has used. So accordingly depreciation has been calculated. So in that case, in the hands of amalgamated company, total depreciation is coming to 2,13,838, and in the hands of amalgamating company, total depreciation is coming to 4,94,162. Okay, let's see what the note says. Note: the aggregate deduction in respect of depreciation allowable to the amalgamating company and amalgamated company in case of amalgamation shall not exceed in any case the deduction calculated at the prescribed date as if amalgamation had not taken place. So as I said, first we will calculate the depreciation as if amalgamation has not taken place. We will compute the depreciation, and accordingly after that we will apportion the depreciation between the amalgamating company and amalgamated company, between number of days the amalgamating company and amalgamated company has used the assets. Such deduction shall be apportionment between the amalgamating company and amalgamated company in the ratio of number of days for which the assets were used by them. Okay, so hope you have understood. Now note 2, the price at which the assets were transferred, that is 60 lakhs, has no implications in computing eligible depreciation. So as I said, the amount at which it is transferred by amalgamated company, which is 60 lakhs, will not make any difference in while computing the depreciation. Okay, hope you have understood this one as well. So now move to illustration number 4. Light and Power Limited engaged in the business of generation of power furnishes the following particulars pertaining to previous year 1920. Compute the depreciation allowable under section 32 for the assessment year 2021. While computing his income under the head profit and gain of business and profession, okay, we'll have to compute the depreciation allowable under section 32 for the assessment to 2021. The company has opted for the depreciation allowable on the basis of written down value. So it's a power generation unit and they are following WDV method. Okay, assume that all the assets were purchased by the SSE by way of account pay check. Okay, they are purchased by account pay check. Now let's see what they have purchased. Opening WDV of plant and machinery 15% block as on 1st April 2019. Purchase value was 8 lakhs, which is irrelevant. It was WDV was 5,78,000. Okay, purchase in this full rate depreciation will be allowed. Purchase of second hand plant and machinery 15% on 29/12/2019 for business purpose. So in this rate, as it is used for less than 180 days, okay, so half rate depreciation will be allowed in this case, and no additional depreciation will be allowed as it is a second hand plant and machinery. On second hand plant and machinery, no additional depreciation is allowed. Now number 3, machinery Y 15% block purchased and installed on 12 July 2019 for the purpose of power generation. Okay, in this full rate depreciation will be allowed as it is used for more than 180 days. Okay, and full rate depreciation will be allowed, and additional depreciation will also be allowed, and it will be full rate additional depreciation. Acquired and installed for use new air pollution control equipment, okay, on 31st July 2019. The value of the new pollution control equipment is 2,50,000. Okay, so in this case full rate depreciation will be allowed as it is used for more than 180 days. Okay, in case of pollution control equipment 40% depreciation is there, so in this case 40% full rate depreciation will be allowed, and In this case, additional depreciation also will be allowed, okay, on 2,50,000. Now, new air condition purchased and installed in office premises on 8th September 2019. In this, full rate depreciation will be allowed and no additional depreciation will be allowed as it is installed in office premises. Okay. Now, new plant and machinery Z, 15% block acquired and installed on 23rd November 2019 for the purpose of generation of power. In this, full rate will not be allowed as it is used for less than 180 days. Okay. So half rate depreciation will be allowed and half rate additional depreciation will be allowed in the current year, and in half rate additional depreciation will be allowed in the next previous year. Okay. Sale value of the any an old plant and old machinery X sold during the previous year. Purchase value is 4,80,000. WDV as on 1st April 2019 is 3,46,800. This both value is irrelevant as we have to deduct only the sale value from the WDV of the block of asset, that is 3,10,000. Okay, hope you have understood this one. Now let's see the solution, what the solution says. Computation of depreciation allowable allowance under section 32 for the assessment year 2021. They have there's two block, plant and machinery at the rate of 15% and plant and machinery at the rate of 40%. Okay, opening WDV as on 1st April 2019 is 5,78,000. Okay, and plant and machinery acquired during the previous, the second hand was acquired for 2 lakhs, machinery Y was acquired for 8 lakhs, air condition for office 3 lakhs, and machinery Z for 3,25,000. Total is 16,25,000. And air pollution control equipment on which 40% depreciation allowed is written as a separate block on which 40% is allowed, so 2,50,000 is written separately. Okay, so total value of plant and machinery, opening WDV and asset which is acquired during the previous year, total is coming in case of 15% is 22,03,000. Okay, from this 3,10,000 will be deducted as asset sold during the previous year. Only sale value will be deducted, that is money is payable. So after deducting 3,10,000, WDV before charging depreciation is 18,93,000, and in case of 40% rate 2,50,000 as no money payable was there. So on this depreciation will be allowed, additional and as well as normal depreciation. So let's see. First they have computed normal depreciation in case of air pollution control equipment. 40% on air pollution control equipment, 2,50,000 into 40%. Okay, that is coming to 1 lakh. And now depreciation of plant and machinery put to use for less than 180 days. First we will remove from total depreciation 18,93,000. Will deduct the asset value on which half rate depreciation will be charged. Okay, so second hand plant and machinery as it was put to use for less than 180 days, so half rate on 2 lakh, so it's coming to 15,000. And machinery Z, that was value was 3,25,000, on that also half rate depreciation will be allowed, and depreciation value is coming to 24,375. so total half rate depreciation is coming to 39,375. and balance, on the balance value, that is 13,68,000. how this value came? 18,93,000, okay, minus 2 lakh on which half rate has been charged, and minus 3,25,000 another machinery on which half rate depreciation has been charged. So from 18,93,000, if we deduct 2 lakh and 3,25,000, the amount will be coming to 13,68,000. on that 15% full rate depreciation will be charged. So 15% on the value of WDV being put to use for more than 180 days. So 13,68,000 into 15%, the depreciation value is coming to 2,05,200. Okay, now additional depreciation will be computed. So additional depreciation on machinery Y, that is 8 lakh into 20%, 1,60,000, and machinery Z 3,25,000 into 10%, being 50% of 20%. As I said, on machinery Z 10% depreciation will be charged in the current year, and balance 20% will be 10% will be charged in the next year. So the amount of additional depreciation in case of machinery Z is coming to 32,500. Total additional depreciation is coming to 1,92,500. Okay, in respect of air pollution control equipment, that also 20% depreciation will be charged, and balance 20% will the charge in the next year. Okay, so 2,50,000 into 20%, it's coming to 50,000. Okay, total depreciation in case in case of block of 50% is coming to 4,37,075, and in case of 40% block, it's coming to 1,50,000. 1 lakh and 1,50,000. Total depreciation is coming to 4,37,075 and 1,50,000. Okay, so let's see the note. Power generation equipment qualifies for claiming additional depreciation in respect of new plant and machinery. Okay, additional depreciation is allowed in respect of second. Additional depreciation is not allowed in respect of second plant and machinery, as I said while reading the question. No additional depreciation is allowed in respect of office appliances. As I told, office appliances not covered for the purpose of computing additional depreciation. Hence, no depreciation is allowed in respect of air condition installed in office premises. Okay, so balance 50% additional depreciation in respect of machinery Z of rupees 32,500, that is 10% of 3,25,000, can be claimed as deduction in the subsequent financial year 2021. Okay, they should have said about that also. In respect of pollution, air pollution control equipment, 20%. Okay, sorry, air pollution control equipment is fully depreciation has been charged because it was used for more than 180 days, so it will be charged fully depreciation, and the maximum rate of depreciation, additional depreciation, is 20%. Either it will be 10% or 20%. 10% in case of used for less than 180 days, and 20% in case of used for more than 180 days. So you won't be able to compute 40% depreciation in case of additional depreciation, as the maximum depreciation rate, additional depreciation rate, is 20%. Okay, so in this air pollution control equipment, you can ask me that, sir, why not 20%, why not 40% is charged as additional depreciation? Because maximum rate of additional depreciation is 20%. Okay, so either if it's used for more than 20, whatever is the depreciation rate, normal depreciation rate, but in case of additional depreciation, always rate of depreciation will be 20% in case of if it's used for more than 180 days, and 10% if it's used for less than 180 days. Whether normal depreciation rate is higher than that, it doesn't matter. Okay, only 20%, 10% will be there in case of additional depreciation. Okay, start with illustration number 5. X Limited set up a manufacturing unit in Warangal in the state of Telangana on 1st June 2019. It invested rupees 30 crores in new plant and machinery on 1st June 2019. So it has invested in new plant and machinery, and that too in the state of Telangana. So in this case, full rate depreciation, normal depreciation will be charged as it is used for more than 180 days, and the rate of depreciation will be 15%. In case of plant and machinery, 15% is there. So, and in this 30 crores, additional depreciation will also be charged. Okay, and in this case, additional depreciation will be not 20%, it will be 35%, as it is set up in the state of Telangana. Full rate depreciation, normal depreciation will be 15%, and additional depreciation will be 35% as it is in the state of Telangana. Okay, further, it invested rupees 25 crores in the plant and machinery on 1st November 2019, out of which 5 crores was second hand plant and machinery. So in this case, 25 crores, half rate depreciation, that is 7.5% depreciation will be charged. Okay, as it is used for less than 180 days, and on 20 crores, additional depreciation will be given at the rate of 17.5%, that is 35, half rate of 35%. Okay, so because on 5 crores, additional depreciation will not be given, as it is not covered in the for the purpose of additional depreciation, as it is a second hand plant and machinery. Okay, hope you have understood. Now compute the depreciation allowable under section 32. We'll compute the depreciation normally. Is X Limited entitled for any other benefit in respect of such investment? Yes, he is entitled to additional deduction. Okay, additional deduction as per section 32 AD. Okay, if we'll invest in the invest any assets, purchase any assets in the state of Telangana, Bihar, Andhra Pradesh or West Bengal, then we'll get the additional deduction as per section 3280. So 15% is the flat rate. So 15% additional deduction will be allowed, but it will not be reduced from the block of asset. Keep in mind that. Okay. Is X Limited entitled for any other benefit in respect of such investment? Yes. If so, what is the benefit available? We'll show that benefit as well. Okay. Now let's see the solution. Computation of depreciation under section 32 for X Limited for the assessment year 2021. Plant and machinery acquired on 1st June 2019. Okay, it's 30 crores. Plant and machinery acquired on 1st November 2019 is 25 crores. Total is WDV as on 31st March 2020 is 55 before depreciation it is. Okay, now they are charging depreciation. The less depreciation at the rate of 15% on 30 crores, that is coming to 4.5 crores. Okay, and depreciation at the rate of 7.5%, that is 50% of 15% on 25 crores is 1.875 crores. Okay, that is the normal depreciation. Now let's see the additional depreciation. So additional depreciation at the rate of 35% on 30 crores, as I said, on that full depreciation, additional depreciation will be given, that is coming to 10.500, that is in crores. Additional depreciation at the rate of 17.5%, that is 50% of 35% on 20 crores. As I said, only on 20 crores additional depreciation will be given, as 5 crores was second hand plant and machinery, so 5 crores has been removed. So the amount is coming to 3.5 crores. Okay, so total depreciation is coming to 20.375 crores. So it has been reduced, and WDV as on 1st April 2020 is 34.625 crores. Okay, so this is the WDV. Now let's see, there was a question, what is the additional benefit? Okay, computation reduction under section 32AD for X Limited for the assessment year 2021. So additional deduction will be given, deduction under section 32AD at the rate of 15% on 50 crores, that is 30 crores which was acquired, okay, for more than 180 days, and 20 crores which was acquired for less than 180 days. On both 15% depreciation will be given, but keep in mind in this case also second hand plant and machinery deduction benefit will not be given. So only on 50 crores the deduction benefit will be given, and it will be given at the rate of 15%. No half rate or full rate, whether it is used for less than 180 days or more than 180 days, it will be a flat rate 15% on total value of plant and machinery acquired and put to use. Okay, acquired and installed. Okay, should be acquired and installed during the previous year, then only additional deduction will be given in this under section 32AD, and it will not be reduced from the block of asset. Okay, that is why they have computed separately. Note, as per the second proviso to section 32(1)(2), where an asset acquired during the previous year is put to use for less than 180 days in that previous year, the amount deduction allowable as per the normal depreciation and additional depreciation will be restricted to 50% on amount computed in accordance with the prescribed percentage. Okay, if it is used for less than 180 days, 50% depreciation will be charged. Therefore, normal depreciation on plant and machinery acquired and put to use on 1st November 2019 is restricted to 7.5%, being 50% of 15%, and additional depreciation is restricted to 17.5%, being 50% of 35%. Okay, note 2, the balance additional depreciation of 3.5 crores being 50% of 7 crores, that is 35% of 20 crores, would be allowed as deduction in the assessment rate 2021. So as we have seen in the previous sum also, so half rate depreciation is additional depreciation given in the current year, so balance half rate additional depreciation will be given in the next year assessment year. Okay, note number 3, as per section 32(1)(2)(a), additional depreciation is allowable in case of any new plant and new machinery or plant acquired and installed after 31st March 2005 by an SSC engaged inter alia in the business of manufacture or production of any article or thing. Okay, it should be installed on after 31st March 2005. So it is installed after that only, so depreciation is given. In this case, since new plant and machinery acquired was installed by a manufacturing unit set up in a notified backward area in the state of Telangana, the rate of additional depreciation is 35% of actual cost of new plant and machinery. Okay, since plant and machinery of 20 crores was put to use for less than 180 days, additional depreciation at the rate of 17.5%, that is 50% of 35%, is allowable as deduction. However, additional depreciation shall not be allowed in respect of second-hand plant and machinery, as I said, of 5 crores. So on 5 crores, additional depreciation has not been allowed. Likewise, the benefit available under section 32AD would not be allowed in respect of second-hand plant and machinery. As I said, for additional deduction, no under section 32AD on second-hand plant and machinery deduction is not allowed. So they have said that as well. Accordingly, additional depreciation and investment allowance under section 32AD have not been provided on 5 crores, being the actual cost of second-hand plant and machinery acquired and installed in the previous year. Okay, hope you have understood this one. Accordingly, additional depreciation and investment allowance under section 32AD have not been provided on 5 crores, being the actual cost of the second-hand plant and machinery acquired and installed in the previous year. Hope you have understood this one as well. Start with illustration number 6. A Limited engaged in the business of manufacturing furnishes the following particulars for the previous year 1920. Okay, compute the deduction allowable under section 35 for the assessment year 2021 while computing its income under the head profit and gain of business or profession. Okay, we have to compute for the assessment year financial year 1920 and assessment year, that is 2021, deduction under section 35. Okay, so let's see what the information is given. Particulars rupees, amount paid to notified approved Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore for scientific research. So in this case, as per section 35(1)(2) Roman 2, that is 35(1)(2), deduction will be allowed, as that is 150% deduction will be allowed. So amount will be 150 lakhs will be deduction will be allowed. Amount number 2, amount paid to IIT Delhi for approved scientific research program. So in this case also 150% deduction will be allowed under section, but the section will be 35(2)AA. Okay, so on 2,50,000, if we calculate 150%, that is coming to 3,75,000 deduction will be allowed. Okay, so now third one, amount paid to X Limited, a company registered in India, which has as its main object scientific research and development, as is approved by the prescribed authority. So in this case 100% deduction will be allowed, but the section will be 35(1)(2)A. Okay, so 100% deduction will be allowed, for that is 4 lakhs deduction will be allowed. Okay, now moving to fourth one, expenditure incurred on in-house research and development facility as approved by the prescribed authority. Okay, so in this case revenue expenditure on scientific research is 3 lakhs. So in this case revenue expenditure will be allowed. Okay, 150% revenue expenditure will be allowed under section 35(2)AB. Okay, so that will be coming to 4,50,000. Okay, 150%, so 4,50,000 will be allowed. And the next part is capital expenditure including cost of acquisition of land, 5 lakhs on scientific research. Okay, so in 7,50,000, 5 lakhs included, and on the acquisition of land no deduction is allowed under section 35(2)AB. So only in respect of 2,50,000, 150% deduction will be allowed. We are considering it as other than building. Okay, as it is not mentioned over there, so we are considering other capital expenditure. So on other capital expenditure 150% deduction is allowed under section 35(2)AB. Okay, so on 2,50,000, 150% will be 3,75,000. So let's see the solution. Computation of deduction under section 35 for the assessment year 2021. Particulars rupees, section is written in which deduction will be allowed, and percentage of weightage deduction and amount of deduction. So payment for scientific research, Indian Institute of Science, 1 lakh rupees, the first part. So 3512, as I said, 150% deduction will be allowed, that is coming to 1,50,000. And payment to IIT Delhi, that is 2,50,000 paid. So deduction under section 35(2) will be allowed, 150% deduction will be allowed, the amount is coming to 3,75,000. And amount paid to X Limited, that is 4 lakhs. So deduction under section 35(1)(2)(a) will be allowed, 100% deduction will be allowed, and 4 lakh deduction is coming. Okay. And in case of in-house research, expenditure incurred on in-house research and development facility, revenue expenditure is 3 lakhs incurred. Okay, so 35 under section 35(2)(ab), 150% reduction will be allowed, so amount is coming to 4,50,000. And capital expenditure excluding cost of acquisition of land, 5 lakhs. So the amount is coming to 2,50,000. So as I said, only on other capital expenditure will be allowed. So 2,50,000, 150% deduction will be allowed, that is coming to 3,50,000. In section 35(2)(ab), capital expenditure incurred on building, 100% deduction is allowed, and in respect of other capital expenditure, 150% deduction allows, and in case of revenue expenditure also 150% deduction is allowed. So total deduction allowable under section 35(ad) is coming to 17,50,000. Hope you have understood this one. It was simple. If you remember the provisions, then it is simple. You have to just calculate the percentage and deduction will be allowed accordingly. So let's move to next illustration, that is illustration number 7. Okay. Mr. A commences operation of business of setting up a warehousing facility for storage of food grains, sugar and edible oil on 1st April 2019. Okay, so in this case, as you know, it is deduction, specified business, in respect of which deduction is allowed in respect of capital expenditure incurred. So in respect of food grains, deduction will be allowed if we start business on or after 1st April 2009. Okay, so it has started on or after 1st April 2019, so deduction will be allowed in respect of food grains. In respect of sugar, the provision says that deduction will be allowed if setting up and operating warehousing facility for storage of sugar. Okay, it will start business on or after 1st April 2012. So it has started on or after 1st April 2012. So deduction will be allowed in respect of that also. But in case of edible oil, no provision is there under section 35(ad). So in respect of edible oil, no deduction will be allowed under section 35(ad). We'll compute accordingly. Let's see the other information what is given. He incurred capital expenditure of rupees 80 lakhs, 60 lakhs and 50 lakhs respectively on purchase of land and building during the period January 19 to March 2019, exclusively for the above businesses, and capitalize the same in its books of accounts on 1st April 2019. Okay, in respect of above 3 businesses, he has incurred capital expenditure on land and building. Okay, so as we all know, under section 35(ad), deduction in respect of land, capital expenditure incurred on land, deduction is not allowed, and so we'll deduct the land portion. Information is given after that. Let's see what the information is given about the land. The cost of land included in the above figure are 50 lakhs, 40 lakhs and 30 lakhs respectively. So in respect of food grains business, that is capital expenditure is 80 lakhs, 80 lakhs minus 50 lakhs will then 100% deduction will allowed in respect of that. And in respect of sugar also, 60 lakhs minus 40 lakhs, then that is coming to 20 lakhs. On 20 lakhs 100% deduction will allowed. And on in respect of edible oil, we'll see what they are doing. We'll calculate the depreciation on that, as is deduction is not allowed, so we'll compute the depreciation on the capital expenditure. Okay, under section 32, depreciation will be calculated in respect of edible oil business. Okay, we'll see to that when the solution we'll go to the solution. Further, during the previous year 1920, he incurred capital expenditure of 20 lakhs, 15 lakhs and 10 lakhs respectively for extension, reconstruction of the building purchased and used exclusively for the above business. So in this also, deduction will be allowed in respect of food grain business and sugar cane business, and in respect of edible oil, depreciation will be allowed. We'll see to the in the solution. Now next, the profit from the business of setting up a warehousing facility for storage of sugar grains, sugar and edible oil before claiming deduction under section 35(ad) and section 32 for the assessment year 2021 is 16 lakhs, 14 lakhs and 31 lakhs respectively. So profit is given, okay, of the 3 businesses. Compute the income under the head profit and gain of business or profession for the assessment year 2021 and the loss to be carried forward, assuming that Mr. A has fulfilled all the conditions specified for claiming deduction under section 35 AD. Okay, he has claimed all the, he has satisfied all the conditions, that is good, and has not claimed any deduction under chapter 6A under the heading C, deduction in respect of certain income. So under section 35 AD you cannot claim both the deductions, that is chapter 6A part C you are claiming. If you are claiming deduction in that part, then you cannot claim deduction in this part 35 AD. so either you claim on that or in 35 AD. So he has not claimed deduction in respect of chapter 6A part C, so he can claim deduction in the section 35 AD in respect of two business, that is food grains and sugar business. Okay, assume in respect of expenditure incurred, the payment are made by account paycheck or use of ECS through bank account. So it is mandatory whatever capital expenditure you incur in respect of specified business that mentioned in section 35 AD, you have to incur the expenditure only through a bank account. Okay, if you are making a payment exceeding rupees 10,000, then you have to make the payment via account pay check, account pay bank draft, use of electronic clearing system or any other prescribed mode as may be prescribed. Okay, so let's move to the solution. Hope you have understood this one. Let's see. So first they have computed the computation of profit and gain of business or profession for the assessment in 2021. Okay, for the first they have calculated the profit and gain for non-specified business, that is in case of edible oil. Profit from business of setting up of warehousing facility, warehousing for storage of edible oil before providing for depreciation under section 32 is 31 lakh as it was given. 31 lakh in respect of edible oil business profit was there. So less depreciation under section 32. So how they have calculated depreciation, capital expenditure was incurred is 50 lakhs before commencement, okay, which was capitalized in the books on 1st April 2019. Okay, and 30 lakhs was in respect of land, no depreciation is allowed in respect of land, and 10 lakhs again capital expenditure has been incurred on building. So total is coming to 30 lakhs. On 30 lakhs 10% depreciation will be allowed as it is used for business, so depreciation will be allowed in section 32, that will be 10% depreciation will be allowed under section 32 in respect of building. So the amount of depreciation is coming to 3 lakhs. So income chargeable under the head profit and gain from business or profession is coming to 28 lakhs in respect of non-specified business, that was edible oil business. Okay, now see how they have computed the income or loss from specified business under section 35 AD, that is from sugarcane business and from food grain business and sugar. Okay, let's see. Computation of income or loss from specified business under section 35 AD, particulars food grain business is given, sugar is given, and total is given. Okay, number A, profit from specified business of setting up of warehousing facility before providing deduction under section 35 AD is given 16 lakhs or 14 lakhs, total is 30 lakhs, it was given in the question. Okay, less deduction under section 35 AD, capital expenditure incurred prior to 1st April 2019, that is prior to the commencement of business and capitalized in the books of accounts on 1st April 2019, exclusively the expenditure incurred on acquisition of land, excluding the expenditure incurred on land, because as I said, on respect of expenditure incurred on land, capital expenditure incurred on acquisition of land, in respect of that deduction is not allowed under section 35 AD, so that will be deducted and accordingly 100% deduction will be allowed under section 35 AD. So in respect of food grain business, 80 minus 50 lakhs, that is 50 lakhs was in the cost of acquisition of land. So after deducting that, the amount is coming to 30 lakhs and 100% deduction will be allowed. So 30 lakhs is given. Capital expenditure, we are calculating the total capital expenditure first. So 30 lakhs in respect of food grain business and 20 lakhs, that is 60 minus 40, that is 20 lakhs in respect of sugar business. So total is 50 lakhs. Okay, and capital expenditure which was incurred during the year, incurred during the previous in 1920 was 20 lakhs and 15 lakhs it was given. So total is 35 lakhs. So total capital expenditure is B plus C, that is 50 lakhs and 35 lakhs respectively, and total is 85 lakhs. Okay, so 100% deduction, that is 50 lakhs and 35 lakhs, 100% deduction will be allowed. So point number E, deduction under section 35 AD, 100% of capital expenditure, that is on food grains and sugar, so 50 and 35 respectively will be allowed. Total deduction under section 35 AD for the assessment year 2021 is 50 lakhs and 35 lakhs. Okay, total is 85 lakhs. Hope you have understood this one. So after from the profit of 16, if we deduct the deduction of rupees 50 lakhs, then it is coming to loss. loss from specified business of setting on operating warehousing facility after providing deduction under section 35AD to be carried forward as per section 73A. So in respect of food grain business, the loss is 34 lakhs, and in respect of 14 sugar business, in respect of food grain business, 34 lakhs is loss, and in respect of sugar business, that is 14 minus 35 lakhs, that is 21 lakhs is loss. Total loss is coming to 55 lakhs. So this loss cannot be adjusted against the gain that was in respect of non-specified business, that is 28 lakhs, because that is a non-specified business and these two businesses are specified business. So we cannot adjust this loss against that non-specified business. Okay, this loss will be carried forward indefinitely because there is no criteria. There is if in respect of 35 business loss, you can carry forward the loss for indefinite period. Okay, let's see the notes. Deduction of 100% of capital expenditure is available under section 35AD for the assessment year 2021 in respect of specified business of setting and operating warehousing facility for storage of sugar and setting and operating warehousing facility for storage of agriculture produce where the operation are commenced on or after 1st April 2012 or 1st April 2000 on or after 1st April 2009 respectively. So in respect of that is sugar business, you have to commence business on or after 1st April 2012. Okay, and in respect of agricultural produce, that was food grains, you have to start business on or after 1st April 2009. So in this case it was started after that only, so and the amount was capitalized in the books, so deduction was allowed in respect of capital expenditure incurred on that two businesses. Okay, now point number 2. However, since setting up and operating a warehousing facility for storage of edible oil is not a specified business, as I said, Mr. A is not eligible for deduction under section 35AD in respect of capital expenditure incurred on the such business. Okay. Mr. A, note number 3. Mr. A can, however, claim depreciation at the rate of 10% under section 32 in respect of the capital expenditure incurred on building. It is presumed that the building was put to use for more than 180 days during the previous year 1920. They have presumed that it was used for more than 180 days, so they have charged 10% depreciation on building. On land, there is no depreciation is allowed. Okay, so note number 4. Loss from specified business can be set off only against profit from another specified business. As we all know, in section 35AD we have everyone have studied that loss of specified business can be set off only against profit from another specified business. Okay, so that is why 55 lakhs which was a loss which was there from specified business, it was not adjusted against non-specified business, that was edible oil, and his profit was 28 lakhs, so it was not adjusted because it was a non-specified business. Therefore the loss of 55 lakhs from specified business of setting up and operating a warehousing facility for storage of food grains and sugar cannot be set off against the profit of 28 lakhs from the business of setting and operating a warehousing facility for storage of edible oil, since the same is not specified business. Such loss can be, however, be carried forward indefinitely for set off against profit of the same or any other specified business. You can carry forward the loss indefinitely of section 35AD, and it can be set off only against profit from any other specified businesses. Okay, so let's move to illustration number 8. XYZ Limited commence operation of business of a new 3-star hotel in Madurai, Tamil Nadu on 1st April 2019. Okay, as we all know that whenever any person start business of building and operating a hotel of 2-star and above on or after 1st April 2010, then deduction will be allowed under section 35AD. Okay, let's see further what the question says. The company incurred capital expenditure of 50 lakhs during the period January 19 to March 19 exclusively for the above business and capitalized the same in the books of accounts on 1st April 2019. Okay, before commencing business you have incurred 50 lakhs and it has capital expenditure was incurred and it has been capitalized on 1st April. Further, during the previous year 1920, it incurred capital expenditure of 2 crores, out of which 1.5 crores was for acquisition of land. So as I said in the previous sum also, on the capital expenditure incurred on acquisition of land, in that respect no deduction is allowed under section 35AD. So from 2 crores 1.5 crores will be deducted, so 50 lakhs is remaining on 50 lakhs capital expenditure deduction will be allowed. Okay, so total 50 lakhs plus 50 lakhs total is coming to 100 lakhs. 100 lakh deduction will be allowed under section 3580. Okay, let's move further. Compute the income under the head profit and gain of business or profession for the assessment in 2021, assuming that XYZ Limited has fulfilled all the conditions specified for claiming deduction for claim of deduction under section 3580 and has not claimed any deduction under chapter 6A under the heading C, deduction in respect of certain income. It was similar, so no need to explain this part. So let's see what other third para says. The profit from the business of running this hotel before claiming deduction under section 3580 for the assessment 2021 is 25 lakhs. So before deduction income is given, profit is given, 25 lakhs is there. So the total deduction was allowable was 100 lakhs. So loss will be coming to 75 lakhs. 25 lakhs minus 100 lakhs, so loss will be 75 lakhs. Okay, assume that the company also has another existing business of running a 4-star hotel in Coimbatore which commenced operation 15 years back, the profit from which were 120 lakhs for the assessment year 2021. So the business of hotel in Coimbatore which was started 15 years back, though it is not eligible for deduction under section 3580. Why? Because it has not commenced operation business and operating of hotel of 2-star and above on or after 1st April 2010, because it was started 15 years back. So he will not get deduction under section 3580, but it is a specified business which is mentioned in section 3580. So though it Coimbatore business, okay, hotel of Coimbatore, hotel in Coimbatore, it profit will not get the deduction. Okay, deduction in respect of that business, profit will 100% deduction will be not be allowed. Okay, capital expenditure deduction will not be allowed in respect of Coimbatore business, but we can adjust the loss of specified business of that which was started in Madurai, Tamil Nadu, that was loss was coming to 75 lakhs. That loss we can adjust to this profit of 120 lakhs because it is a specified business, though it is not eligible for deduction under section 3580, but we can adjust that 75 lakhs loss against 120 lakhs profit. As it is a specified business, it is not eligible for deduction under section 3580, but it is a specified business mentioned in section 3580. So 120 lakhs minus 75 lakhs, so the profit from profit and gain from business and profession will be 45 lakhs. Okay, 120 minus 75. We'll see the solution. Also assume that expenditure incurred during the previous year 1920 were paid by account paycheck or use of ECS through bank account. So it is mandatory that we should incur the expenditure, capital expenditure above 10,000 through a bank account paycheck and all. So let's move to the solution. Computation of profit and gain of business or profession for the assessment year 2021. Profit from specified business of new hotel in Madurai before providing deduction under section 3580 is 25 lakhs. Okay, less deduction under section 3580 capital expenditure incurred during the previous year 1920. Okay, during this year, excluding the expenditure incurred on acquisition of land, as I said, that is 50 lakhs. 200 lakhs minus 150 lakhs is 50 lakhs. So capital expenditure incurred prior to 1st April 2019, that is prior to commencement of business, and capitalized in the books of accounts on 1st April 2019. Capitalization is mandatory, then only you can claim deduction in respect of section 3580. So it is one of the criteria that the before commencement of business, if any amount is incurred as a capital expenditure in respect of specified business, you have to capitalize this in the books of accounts for claiming deduction under section 3580. Okay, so it has capitalized, so 50 lakhs amount is the total deduction under section 3580 for the assessment year 2021 is 100 lakhs. So loss from specified business of new hotel in Madurai is 25 lakhs. Okay, profit from existing business of running a hotel in Coimbatore is 120 lakhs. So net profit, it will be adjusted as it is a hotel in Coimbatore is also a 2-star and above hotel, and it is a specified business. So 75 lakhs will be loss of 75 lakhs will be adjusted against this profit, and net profit from business after set off of losses or specified business against profit of another specified business under section 73A. So net profit is coming to 45 lakhs. Hope you have understood this one. If any doubt, I'll write to me on comment box. I will explain to you and get in touch with you. Okay, let's move to next illustration. Illustration number 9. ABC Limited is a company having two units. Unit A carries on specified business for setting up and operating a warehousing facility for storage of sugar. Unit B carries on non-specified business of operating a warehousing facility for storage of edible oil. So again, one is specified business and one is non-specified business. Unit A commenced operation on 1st April 2018. Okay, as I said in illustration number 7, that sugarcane business setting up and operating warehousing facility for storage of sugar should commence on or after 1st April 2012. So it has started on or after 2012. So it will be eligible for deduction under section 35 AD. Okay, and it claimed deduction of 100 lakhs incurred on purchase of two building of rupees 50 lakhs each. Okay, it has already claimed deduction of 2 lakhs, 50 lakhs each. That is 100 lakhs it has claimed deduction for operating warehousing facility for storage of sugar under section 35 AD for the assessment year 1920. Okay, so now let's see, it has already claimed. Let's see what further they asking. However, in February 2020, Unit A transferred one unit of its building to Unit B. Okay, so the specified business has transferred the capital expenditure incurred. It has purchased a building and it transferred that asset, okay, used for specified business to a non-specified business. Okay, so the deduction which was given, it will now be withdrawn. Okay, so we'll see, because as it is written in the provision, asset should be used exclusively for specified business for minimum 8 years from the year of acquisition. So it has not used for 8 years, it has transferred in the next year itself. Okay, financial year 18-19, and they have transferred the asset in the year 1920, that is in February 2020. So the deduction in respect of 50 lakhs which was claimed earlier, it will now be taxable. Okay, under the head PGPP only. Examine the tax implications of such transfer in the hands of ABC Limited. Let's see. Since the capital asset in respect of which deduction of 50 lakhs was claimed under section 35 AD has been transferred by Unit A carrying on specified business to Unit B carrying on non-specified business in the previous year 1920, the deeming provision under section 35 AD 7B is retracted during the assessment year 2021. Okay, so deduction allowed under section 35 AD for the assessment year 1920 was 50 lakhs. Only 50 lakhs, only one building has been transferred now, as it is said in this sum that however in February 2020 Unit A transferred one of its building to Unit B. So only 50 lakhs, one building was costing rupees 50 lakhs, so only one building has been transferred. So in respect of one building only, amount will be taxable. Okay, so deduction allowed under section 35 AD for assessment year 1920 is 50 lakhs. So in respect of that, depreciation will be allowed for the assessment 1 year, because it is written in the provision, if deduction would not have been allowed, then normal depreciation would have been allowed. So normal depreciation, after allowing the normal depreciation, that amount will be taxable under section 35 AD 7B. Okay, so depreciation allowable under section 32 for the assessment in 1920, that is 10% of 50 lakhs is coming to 5 lakhs. So dim income under section 35 AD will be 45 lakhs. Okay, in respect of in the hands of ABC Limited. ABC Limited, however, by virtue of the proviso to explanation 13 to section 43(1), can claim depreciation under section 32 on the building in Unit B for the assessment year 2021. Okay, for the purpose of claiming depreciation on building in Unit B, the actual cost of building would be So the actual cost what will be? It will be the cost which was in the hands, which was taxable in the hands of ABC Limited. That will be, he can claim depreciation normally because it is transferred to unit B, okay, which was non-specified in this. He can claim depreciation accordingly on that. So obviously on 45 lakhs only, because WDV value is 45 lakhs after charging to tax. So 45 lakhs will be the cost of acquisition of building in respect of unit B, and in respect of that, on 45 lakhs depreciation will be allowable to unit B. So let's see, they've calculated that only. Similarly, 50 lakhs minus 5 lakhs, okay. So particulars rupees, actual cost to the SSC is 50 lakhs, less depreciation allowable under section 32 for the assessment in 1920 is 5 lakhs. So actual cost in the hands of ABC Limited in respect of building in unit B is 45 lakhs. So actual cost in the hands of unit B in respect of a building which was transferred by unit A to unit B will be 45 lakhs, and accordingly depreciation will be calculated on this, okay. It will be 10% on this, and accordingly we'll move further, okay. Now that's it with the illustration number 9. Now the last illustration of this part, and rest I will be covering in other parts. So in this part, what the illustration number 10 says, okay, let's see. X Limited contributes 20% of basic salary to the account of each employee under a pension scheme referred to in section 80 CCD. DNS allowance is 40% of basic salary, and it forms part of pay of the employees, okay. So compute the amount of deduction allowable under section 36(1)(4)(a) if the basic salary of the employees aggregate to 10 lakhs. Would disallowance under section 40(a)(9) be attracted, and if so, to what extent? So as we all know, deduction allowed to employer is subject to section 43B, okay. So actual amount contributed by the employer, okay, or 10% of the salary. In salary we will take basic and DA. So actual amount contributed or 10% of salary, whichever is lower, will be allowed a deduction under section 35(1)(4)(a), and any excess amount paid by the employer will be disallowed and he will not get the deduction, okay. So let's see computation of deduction under section 36(1)(4)(a) and disallowance under section 40(a)(9), okay. Basic salary is 10 lakhs, okay. DNS allowance is 40% of basic salary, okay, that is 4 lakhs. Salary for the purpose of section 36(1)(4)(a), the basic plus DA is 14 lakhs, okay. We'll compute 10% on this, and actual amount contributed, how much actual amount is contributed is 20% of basic salary. 20% of basic salary is, that is 2 lakhs. So we'll see to that. So actual contribution is 20% of basic salary, that is 2 lakhs. 20% of 12 lakhs, 10 lakhs is 2 lakhs, less permissible deduction under section 36(1)(4)(a), that is 10% of basic salary plus DNS allowance, that is 10% of 14 lakh is coming to 1,40,000. So excess contribution disallowed under section 40(a)(9) will be 60,000. So 2 lakhs minus 1,40,000 is 60,000. So for under section 40(a)(9), 60,000 will be disallowed, okay. Hope you have understood this part. All the illustrations is clear. If there is doubt, write me on the comment box. So that's it with part 1 of PGBP, okay. Don't forget to subscribe the channel and do share with your friends, okay. And it's time to study. Don't waste your time, very few days are left, okay. So work hard, study hard, stay healthy, and don't forget to subscribe the channel for more updated videos, and also click on the bell icon, okay. You'll get the update of the videos which I'll be uploading in next. I'll be soon uploading my next video on part PGBP. I'll be covering next illustrations, okay. And anyone willing to solve ICAI indirect tax questions, okay, they can click on the description, click on the link given in the description. So thank you, hope you have understood. don't forget to subscribe the channel. Bye bye.